Hi guys, it's Sharon Smith, and I always do new videos pretty much every Friday, and this is a Friday, and so this morning I was up drinking coffee and I was on Facebook and trying to think about what I wanted to record today for you, and I just kind of wasn't coming up with anything, and all of a sudden in one of the EFT groups that I'm in, there was this thread, really quite a long thread about tinnitus. And it's a thing I'd really not thought about much. And there were a whole bunch of posts on this. So many people were suffering from this, and some of them for, gosh, more than a decade of that. And nobody seemed to know what was causing it or anything. And I thought, well, I worked with a case of this years ago in my private practice, which I still maintain. Now, the woman did not come to me specifically for tinnitus. We were working on some other things completely, but her tinnitus resolved completely. And I know this because she told me so. So I know there are some specific things that go on that can affect your ears, hearing, and so forth. But I'm going to take you through, before we tap, I'm going to take you through a visualization, and I'm going to do a cool thing with you guys. Just because you asked for it. I'm so excited to do this for you. I am going to actually show you what you have going on with your own ears. It is crazy how this works. We almost always know inside what's going on with our bodies. We just don't always know how to access it. And if we know how to do that, we frequently don't know how to work with it. So in this video today, we're going to do both those things. So stick around. Now, before you can tap with me or do this work with me, I do have a little housekeeping. I do need you to scroll down. You can go click for more information if you're seeing the YouTube or Facebook version of this. I do need you to read my disclaimer. I am absolutely not a medical professional. This is not intended to be medical advice. This is just for fun. But I think we can make some good progress here. So if you can't see it there, you can also go to my website, apainplan.com, and read my disclaimer there, and you can pause me for a moment. Just, I am absolutely not going to start without you guys. So welcome back. All right, now, first thing, we're going to go have a look at what's going on with your ears. So everybody, and I know some of you are going, well, I just want to tap for this. We're going to do that in a minute, I promise. But I want you to see that you can tell for yourself what's going on there. So I want everybody to close their eyes and take a couple of deep breaths in through your nose and blow it out through your mouth. Just real easy. Now do it again. Just relax in through your nose and blow it out through your mouth. Good. Okay, now just using your imagination, I want you to go inside your ears. Just relax. This is not a test. This is easy, I promise. Now, using your imagination, I want you to see how it looks inside your ears. You may see a color or a pattern or a shape or a texture. Some of you may see a person or a childhood event. It's a little different for everybody. And for those of you who are going, well, I don't see anything, I want you to use your imagination. And if you had to guess, what would you think you're seeing in your ears? Okay, now just kind of remember that. Now the next thing I want you to look at in your ears, there's going to be at least one emotion attached there, and maybe more. But I want you to ask that ringing in your ears if it's sad or mad or scared. The first thing that comes to mind is what you're going to want to work with first. You will not be wrong. Just the first thing that pops into your mind. Good. Okay, so probably almost all of you got to hear and see some things. You may have seen a color inside your ears. It could be almost anything. But some of the things, you can open your eyes now, sorry. Some of the things that are underlying for hearing issues are, of course, not liking what you hear. And it can be a personal thing, or it can also be being bombarded by news, because there's a lot of really awful stuff in the news these days, and it's everywhere. It's on our phones, it's on our computers, it's, you can't get away from it very easily. So that can cause it too. It can also be not just that you don't like it, but that you simply don't want to hear it. You just want it to shut up and stop. So we're going to work with that too. And the third thing it can be is that you just don't understand, or you don't want to understand this information that's coming in. It's too upsetting. You just flat refuse to hear this. Now, it can also be refusing to listen to your inner guidance. But everybody just did that short exercise, which is you listening to your inner guidance. So that's going to make it easier when we start tapping, which we are going to do right now. So everybody's probably familiar with this. I have a good tutorial on the website you can watch if not. But we're just going to start here, and you're just going to tap where I tap and repeat after me. So we're going to start here. I have tinnitus. My ears are ringing. And it's awful. They ring all the time. But I'm open to healing this now. Even though I've got this ringing in my ears, I've had it a long time. I completely love and accept myself. And I'm open to letting it go now. Even though I've got all this ringing in my ears, I have tinnitus, and nothing has ever helped it. I'm open to healing this now because I completely love and accept myself. Okay, top of the head. All this ringing in my ears, it's so annoying. I have tinnitus, and I've had it a long time. I think my ears are angry and frustrated because I'm angry and frustrated. I hate having tinnitus. I hate this ringing in my ears. I hate all this noise coming at me. All these things I don't want to hear. It's really hard for me to hear these things. Hold your wrist points and breathe. Say peace. Okay, now I want you to gauge whether the ringing has changed a little bit. It may have for some of you, it may not. And we're going to go back to the top of the head. I don't want to hear these things. It's too much stuff. And it feels like it's all bad. I don't want to hear any more bad stuff. It's easier if I have ringing in my ears than hearing that bad stuff. But what if I could let go of it? Nah, that's silly. I've had it a long time. What if it could be safe for me to hear? Maybe that would help. Because I don't feel safe hearing all of these bad things. I give myself permission to know that I'm in charge of the information coming in through my ears. And that it's safe for me to hear clearly. I allow myself to release the ringing in my ears. I don't have to let it go forever, but maybe just for a little bit. I choose to be open to letting go of it, just to see if maybe it's safe to hear stuff again. I allow myself to release the ringing in my ears. It's safe to let it go. Even though I've had it a long time. I allow myself to know that I'm in charge of my body and my hearing. And I'm missing out on hearing some wonderful things because of the ringing in my ears. And I don't want to miss that anymore. So I let go of it now. I allow myself to hear with love and compassion for myself and others. It's safe for me to have love in my hearing. And breathe. Peace. Okay, good. Now I want everybody to check in with their ears, see if the ringing has changed, see if it's gone. Okay, now we're going to do some more. I think maybe I was simply not listening to my own inner voice. And I'm actually pretty wise. So maybe I can let myself listen more clearly and easily now. I'm certainly open to it because I completely love and accept myself. And I love my ears. I accept my hearing. And I'm open to healing the last of this now. It's hard for me to trust my hearing and my inner voice. But I can see now that if I begin to trust, I can hear clearly. And that there's a lot of wisdom there. Maybe I didn't even know it was in there. So I'm open to hearing clearly now. I give myself permission to trust my inner guidance and to hear with love and compassion for myself and others. Because all of us want to be accepted for who we are. That's a basic human thing. And I think I can do that now. It feels good to hear again. It feels good to hear clearly. I love it. Peace. Good. Okay, now, for those of you who saw different things when we did the initial visualization, you're going to know what those are. And you can either go back and tap with me and change the wording up, or you can tap on your own for those things. You may want to come back and do this video more than once because you're going to keep having things come in, and sometimes you may not like what you're hearing. But don't let it give you tinnitus. Keep yourself clear. Clear out those underlying emotions. That causes a short in your hearing. Now I have also another video that I really recommend for all of you tinnitus sufferers, especially if being bombarded by news. You can go to YouTube. I don't know if it's on my website yet or not, but YouTube, you can just put in Sharon Smith EFT News, or just even Sharon Smith EFT, and you should get the lineup of all my videos. I think there are like 25 or 30 of them now. But the one for news overwhelm is going to be especially beneficial for you guys. I take you through some of the whys about your being overwhelmed. So as always, this has been great. Thank you so much to everybody in that thread this morning. Thank you for giving me an idea of how better to help you. So I'm Sharon Smith with apainplan.com, and I look forward to seeing you soon. Bye, guys.